4 Israeli hostages are spending their first night on home soil after 15 months in captivity in Gaza. Karina Ariev, Daniela Gilboa, Naama Levi and Liri Albag were released in the latest stage of the fragile ceasefire and hostage deal between Israel and Hamas.
But their release has highlighted the fragility of the truce, with Israel critical that another hostage wasn't part of the group. Middle East correspondent Matthew Doran is in Hostage Square in Tel Aviv.
For 15 months, thousands and thousands of Israelis have gathered here in central Tel Aviv at Hostage Square each Saturday night to listen, to reflect and to combine their voices, calling for the release of all Israeli hostages held by Hamas. That is a call that is directed as much at the group still operating in Gaza as it is to the Israeli government, insisting Benjamin Netanyahu and his team can and should do more to bring hostages home immediately. There were cheers as video of the 4 female Israeli soldiers reunited with their families were played on the big screen. Their relief and that of the families felt by the crowd here. They were handed over in Palestine Square in the heart of Gaza City. The ABC's cameras there as Hamas paraded the 4 women before the crowds before handing them over to the International Red Cross, which drove them to the border in convoy. Then they were presented to the IDF and returned to Israel. The group taken to the Re'im military base in southern Israel, embracing their families and boarding military helicopters for the journey to a hospital just outside Tel Aviv. There, the women will remain for some time, recuperating and readjusting to their lives now back in Israel. The full impact of their time in captivity will take weeks, if not months, to be fully realised. Thousands have gathered here in central Tel Aviv once more to insist the job isn't done. This 6-week ceasefire is focusing on the release of 33 hostages, 33 out of 98 held in Gaza. Others will only be released if this fragile truce continues beyond 42 days, including Vicky Cohen's son Nimrod, a serving IDF soldier.
We don't trust our government. We see during the time that our Prime Minister torpedoed the deal, and this deal can be signed a long time, many months ago, but only the pressure of Trump, it's only Trump, the pressure Netanyahu, make it happen at last.
That's a sentiment shared by many here in the crowd who have booed as the names of senior members of Benjamin Netanyahu's government, far-right ministers who have been agitating for a return to fighting in Gaza, were read out. Until all of them are home, the feelings here will be mixed.
There is no word in the Hebrew language, in the English language, in any language that can describe what we are feeling, the mixed emotions that we are feeling. A big pain for the people that were supposed to be released in this deal, but they found their deaths in the tunnels there in Gaza. Of course, the joy that we are feeling for the hostages that were released until now.
There was a moment today when the fragility of this deal was highlighted, when Israel took issue with the fact a female Israeli civilian, Arbel Yehud, was not part of this group released as they had been demanding. Benjamin Netanyahu says as a result, the opening of checkpoints between southern and central Gaza and the north will now be delayed, something which will be reconsidered once she is released. Hamas, for its part, saying she is alive and she will be part of the group freed next week.